What up, gamers? It's me, Iceman again. Even though as we approach this bonus Minecraft Live and the development of the Chaos Cubed update it definitely winds down, well, week after week it seems that Mojang can't keep their hands to themselves because they keep adding even more to this update. Big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, my second channel. They paid big money for this placement, so go smash subscribe and tap that like button on this video right here too. We're going for 7 or so likes today. Alright, so a lot of the stuff that we're taking a look at today went down in preview 26.30.28. Look at the screen, shabam. Do you notice anything? It's a beautiful panorama, vibrant visuals all over the place, the new one for the Chaos Cubed update. With vibrant visuals, it's actually way less gloomy than the Java stinky one is, but with vibrant visuals, I can now see all over the place how that initial feature they pointed out, glow lichen littering the caves, well, it's still here, and it's in the panorama. So I think that means it stays. Meanwhile, we take a look at the panorama on Java Edition, and I'm pretty sure this is a different spot inside of the cave altogether. And just watching, observing, and looking around, there is actually like basically zero glow lichen visible at all in this entire panorama. So on one version, we get glow lichen littering, and I think that looks pretty good. And then on the other version, we get practically zero. Are they just planning on leaving this out of the update? Making it broken? Weird thing is here that back on the Java Edition, in one of the snapshots, I think it was snapshot 5 or 6, they went ahead and adjusted glow lichen and how it can be placed and grow in the game, only to basically not touch it. If I had to take a guess, there's gotta be some pretty big bugs related to glow lichen right now. You know, messing up all the feng shui for this new update. Now look, man, it's quite odd, because only about a week or so ago, the Minecraft developers went ahead and updated the Withers AI and goals on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, we have over here on Bedrock, this is so weird. I don't know what this is. This is clearly meant to be the beam texture to respawn the dragon. So we have this really weird bug that is popping up, seemingly out of, like, nowhere. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe this bug has been here for very long. Like, I don't remember seeing this in earlier previews when I respawned the dragon. But the dragon itself, the AI in the movement of this being, well, the enderdragon got a big upgrade and should now behave a little bit smarter, actually. This on top of all of the other recent end changes, the fog stuff. Dude, what is Mojang doing? Modifying and adjusting the end so much. Right here, inside of our technical updates AI goals, the developers made the schemas for the following goals stricter when parsing. And this all has to do with the dragon's death, the holding pattern, the landing moves, the scanning moves, like looking around for the player, and then the takeoff when it charges us after being on that central pillar. Related to our previous Wither boss AI changes, the Wither's random attack position goal is a little bit stricter too now. They also went ahead and updated the schemas for, I believe, the Enderman, which is placing a block and taking a block. I don't think other mobs use that one. And then a couple of other AI behaviors have been improved and made a little bit stricter as well, including random flying, random breaching, defending, and following. Specifically here, that following mechanic, I believe it relates to llamas and how they will end up sometimes like following each other in big, long trains across your world. Now this preview, overall, it was quite an interesting preview. Even though we are pretty late in the preview cycle, the preview is still really, really big. We know that this update, the release date is coming up real close here though, so it's just kind of different. Now, a big focus that the developers have been doing lately is multiplayer. Java Edition, you know, we have this brand new friends list and friend system, playing with people easily. Bedrock Edition, I mean, yeah, we've kind of had that for a while, but they've been improving it. And Realms, if you've been following the updates pretty closely, then you will remember that over the past few updates, Realms, it got a new hub, a bunch of changes, and even more. Same deal happening here in this changelog, a huge chunk of it being dedicated to Realms. Now with the Chaos Cubed update just about wrapped up here, it's time we turn our lens over towards the future and try and take a look at the technical section. The same section, mind you, where other updates have been spoiled before. The section that revealed the Happy Gas mob flying functionality, all before we had it in game. Now taking a look at this area right here, the developers have been focusing on not only mob behavior, making them a little bit smarter, that could be an interesting drop theme for sure, leashing behavior, so again tied to mobs and maybe mobs being a little bit smarter, watercolor inside of a biome, so maybe something connecting to some of those weird water changes that we saw a long time ago that were never used. But unless I'm missing something that's really, really obvious or just maybe a little bit intricate here, I don't think we could take a look at what's going on here and make very many guesses about what's coming next. But one thing that Mojang has been focusing on is making custom blocks even more advanced. Smoky Stack, he showed it off right here. Take a look at this thing. It's a custom block. Texture doesn't really matter or anything, but the fact that this block is rotating so smoothly, ooh, it looks good. A little bit more specifically, Joshua wondered what is going on here. Smokey says previously, when rotating a block, 90-degree rotation was the move. Now it's 22.5 increments, which is going to lead to animations that are way better. Going back into our current era right now, Bedrock Edition's got a different version of the baby sulfur cube. Now, different version that might change very well by the time I end up releasing this video. I've got a very busy week IRL, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to get around to editing this video, but it might end up happening after we have our next snapshot. So maybe we already took a look at it in Java by then, but if we haven't, take a look at this little sulfur cube. I talked about it in a short on my new channel, you know, the one that sponsored this video. But basically, this small sulfur cube for the longest time was a smaller version, just downscaled, of the medium sulfur cube right here, which completely breaks all of the laws. Every single rule of the last Minecraft update, with the babies all now actually getting unique models and textures going on. Not much you can do when it comes to a unique model. I mean, it's a literal square, but brand new, small, cute texture. Yeah, that's pretty nice looking. Some were wondering if this happened with the magma cube, like a small version of the magma cube. Absolutely no, it did not. And then the slime, did the same thing happen? Absolutely not as well. I guess maybe the difference here is that these small ones aren't really babies, like they don't grow up. You can't like feed them the golden dandelion, so maybe that's why they don't make that change. Are you tired of doing something big in your world, backing out of the game, it crashes, and then none of the cool things that you did were actually saved correctly? Well, be sad and stressed about that no longer, because we've got a new system. Mojang, inside of this update, has added these brand new little icons to our worlds right here. You can see this little, like, server icon, and an up. This is all tied to some brand new menu screens that they've been adding. If you tap on settings, and then take a look at storage, bam, this screen is brand new. It's got Or UI. Now, what you can do right here is you can clear different parts of the game storage, and you can actually delete all of your screenshots if you wanted to. But the cool thing that you could do here, worlds, if I tap on manage, I could now actually back up my worlds with the cloud. So if I tap on that, I can delete it right there. Cloud storage, I can see 15 kilobytes of 4 gigs has been used. I can tap on this eye icon right there, and then I have an option to delete the world or upload it to the cloud. If I tap on upload to the cloud, boom, just like that, the world will upload to the cloud, unless it's a big world. If your world is really big, it might end up taking a little bit more time. But with my world uploaded to the cloud, well, all of my worlds are actually on this device. They don't play on multiple devices, but there could be a cloud icon pop up if the world was backed up in the cloud, but not on your device. It's a beautiful new system and a great way to take a game like Bedrock Edition that can be played on so many different devices and easily make it so you could transfer your world between, like, say, your computer and maybe your phone and your PlayStation. Alright, but you remember when I said maybe there aren't very many hints about the future inside of this snapshot? Well, tisk me, I was being a little cheeky, because that's not exactly the case here. Now, inside of the changelog experimental features, we have something brand new. Added property, world after events, player starts breaking a block. And then on top of that, we have dynamic properties, which I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe it's related to all of this stuff that we're about to take a look at. Then we also have a couple of different signals. Player start breaking, player breaking a block event options, and then even breaking a block after an event has begun. This stuff is actually crazy. So what we're about to take a look at here, these are technically world events. Not something that'll just happen necessarily in a single biome, but it could. Not even necessarily only limited to one dimension unless you make it limited to one dimension. These are big game events. These big game events can change not only how things look, but what actually happens inside of your world. And you can get really advanced with this stuff and even begin to control what can spawn, can't spawn, and what'll happen. Basically, in other words, with all this new custom data here, world events. Something like a blood moon. Maybe something like seasons. We've got a demo from the legend Smoky Stack. Another demo. The closer you get to a creeper, the grayer the screen becomes until it's all black and white. Imagine a mob, maybe not the creeper, but something else that would summon into your world spawn. And well, it could corrupt your vision in some way, maybe making it black and white or making it a little distorted or something like that. Or alternatively, imagine a location in your world or a block that you place down that basically sucks the life out of something and makes it black and white, like the Pale Garden biome. Imagine how that would change building because, I mean, take a look at it. As we get closer to the creeper, blocks get grayed and paled out. Maybe you could then use different blocks and combinations that you weren't able to do before. Now, this is just a random concept that Smoky Stack made up. Smoky doesn't work at Mojang. It's just showing off what could be done with these new capabilities. This one is crazy. Now, Smoky gives us a little bit of a warning with this one because our color switching is going to be crazy, so, you know. Thinking back to the changelog, it said that these events could be triggered when a player breaks a block and take a look at it. Smoky's breaking a block, then boom, all of a sudden it looks like Mario Land or something. You break another block and it turns back off. This could be done, maybe tied to a single specific block in your world that, like, changes the color scale. Another way you could think about it, let's say they added seasons to the game, but they didn't really want to force the player to participate in them. Well, you add a new block to the game, maybe really OP, that you could interact with. They could fast forward through a season, so you can get to what you're looking for. After all seasons, it would mainly probably be a visual change. You know, talking about changing the tintings of blocks and things like that, with more minor gameplay changes like snow happening too. It definitely doesn't confirm seasons or anything like that, just kind of like the first example or idea that came to my mind where you could implement this in a more useful survival thing. Also, this could maybe be used in like potion effects or something like that. Oh, but maybe the most beautiful one that Smoky cooked up, the straightforward one. We could actually have blood moon events inside of the game. Because these events can be triggered with not only block placements, but removal of mobs, you take the wrong mob out and boom, all of a sudden the blood moon is kicked off. Maybe mobs begin spawning way more frequently, all over the place. They're buffed up with armor and things like that. A blood moon or something like this, it's so achievable like it in Minecraft now. Like you could do it in your sleep. That right there is very crazy. As soon as Vibrant Visuals is done and ready for Java, which I would wager has to be coming up here, maybe we could take a look at different world events and things like that coming to the game too. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching. Smash like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Become a channel member today and pop by a live stream to get your name inside of my survival world. Your support, I always appreciate it, and it helps me keep making videos like this for you truly. Adios, muchachos. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.